Hey everyone, it's Sarah, and today I am back with a niche fragrance haul to share with you. So, what I asked for from my husband for Valentine's Day was a little perfume set from Lucky Scent, and then since I was putting in an order on Lucky Scent anyways, I got a little Valentine's gift for myself. So, I've got two different little sets here that I'm gonna share with you, and then I've got some really fabulous samples. So I'm gonna jump right in. So usually I am not diligent enough to actually choose my own samples. I usually just let them choose them. But this time I actually chose my own samples because there were some things that I wanted to try. So I'm gonna start with the samples that I got because I've got some really good ones here. So the first one I picked out was an Andy Tower fragrance, and this is a rose fragrance. It comes in that gorgeous green bottle, and I've been wanting to smell this one forever. This is, or not forever, I think this one's fairly new. So this one is called, I think, Fai Un Rose de Kandahar, and this is, gosh, I get it all over me every time I open this up, which is not a bad thing. It's so nice. This is a gorgeous, gorgeous rose fragrance. It's got almond in it, and right away I get the almond. It's so beautiful. Oh my gosh, not safe. It's not like a challenging perfume or anything, but I don't know that it would be everybody's cup of tea, but I have tested this and I was in love. It's so gorgeous. So, sorry. Fai Un Rose de Kandahar is almond, apricot, cinnamon, bergamot, rose, tobacco leaf, geranium, ambergris, patchouli, vanilla, tonka bean, musk, and vetiver. And it's gorgeous. I really do get that almond. Every time I open this, I get it all over my fingers. But yeah, I really do get that almond. It's kind of like a slightly spicy, dry, there's no sweetness here. Or maybe just like the slightest bit of sweetness. It's a very traditional rose. Like I say, it's a beautiful, maybe very slightly sweet, kind of spicy rose. You definitely get that vetiver, that beautiful grassy vetiver. And I definitely smell the geranium. Typically, geranium isn't my favorite thing in fragrance, but I love it in this. The geranium is just really blending well with the rose, and it's just making this really beautiful, like traditional rose smell. It's beautiful. Again, dry, spicy, slightly earthy rose fragrance. I love it. So that is, again, Tower Fai Un Rose de Kandahar. And then the next one I picked up is a new one from L'Artisan, and I saw this on like the front page when I went to Lucky Scent's website, and I knew I wanted to try this. This is L'Artisan Passage d'Enfer Extreme. Okay, and this one, I think the red label on the bottle is what got me. This is beautiful though too. I haven't tested this one on my skin yet, so I'm not sure like what this is going to do on my skin, but it smells beautiful out of the bottle. It's okay, so this one is red lily, jasmine, incense, sandalwood, and vanilla absolute. And I'm just getting a ton of incense right out of the bottle. Like I say, I'm not sure what this does on the skin yet, but this is like a beautiful incense fragrance. Like a really beautiful, dark, slightly sweet, smoky incense. It's really beautiful. I'm excited to try this one on my skin. So that is L'Artisan Passage d'Enfer Extreme. And then the next one I picked up, this is a line called Maison Tahite, and it's all vanilla fragrances, which I was like, holy cow, that is right up my alley because I love vanilla. And I picked up one called, or I picked up a sample of one called Vanextasy, and this just sounded like to die for. And it is, and these, for being on Lucky Scent, they're quite affordable, like $120 a bottle. Oh, if I like what this does on my skin, I'm going to order a full bottle of it. If it lasts long at all, because usually vanilla scents are pretty like dismal when it comes to performance, but this, oh my gosh, this smells amazing. I will keep you guys updated too and let you know how this does. So Vanextasy is coconut caramel, milk, vanilla absolute, Peru balsam, sandalwood, and cedar. And oh, it's so good. Like the coconut is there, but it's not overpowering everything else. It's just stunning. It's just a yummy, sweet vanilla without smelling like vanilla cake, or it's just yummy, or without smelling like a super synthetic vanilla. It's just really nice. So again, I will try this. I'll test this fully on my skin and I'll let you guys know how this one does. If you're a vanilla lover like me, I think you would love it. So that is Maison Tahite Vanextasy. And then last but not least, I've been dying. This is the only Viktoria Minya fragrance that I had not tried, and I've been dying to try it, and I requested a sample, and I am going to be like pretty immediately buying a full bottle of this. I am a huge lover of Viktoria Minya. I never talk about her perfume on my channel because I don't own any full bottles yet. Well, I do now, but I hadn't owned any full bottles, and because of that, I just didn't ever feel comfortable really talking about them. But I have sampled every single perfume that she makes, so this is the only one that I hadn't sampled, and this is called Eau de Hongrie, and this is a honey and wine perfume basically. Oh my gosh, I love it so much. I will be purchasing a full bottle of this probably within the next month because I have to have this. It is stunning. I am not surprised. I adore Viktoria Minya. There's like maybe 2 fragrances that I'm not crazy about that I wouldn't buy a full bottle of, but other than that, I would want a full bottle of every perfume she makes. They're so stunning, and they're like everything I love in perfume. So Eau de Hongrie is lemon, grapefruit, clove, jasmine, honey, sandalwood, immortelle, labdanum, musk, tonka bean, and tokaji azu wine, which is like a Hungarian wine. I'm pretty sure that that's what I read on Lucky Scent, that it's like a Hungarian wine. Oh my gosh, you guys. Oh, this is so good. If you like sweet, if you like kind of semi-gourmand fragrances, a touch boozy, honey. If you're familiar at all with Hedonist, which is one of my favorite fragrances like ever, it's very similar to Hedonist. Oh my gosh, it's just such a gorgeous honey fragrance. Like, if you love honey but you didn't like bee from Zoologist because of all of the stuff that's going on in that perfume, I think you would really like this. This is a very safe honey perfume. It's so good. Like I say, I will be purchasing a full bottle of this within the next month. I have to have it. So those are all of the samples that I picked up. Let's get to the full bottles. Okay, so I will first show you my Valentine's gift to myself. This was a Viktoria Minya travel size set, or it's called the travel size perfume collection, I guess I should say. Yeah, these perfumes, oh my gosh, I love her bottles. Everything about them is just so beautiful. This is what it came in. It's like a snake skin, or like a faux snake skin little box. It's so gorgeous. And then you open it up, and then it's got like a little brochure thing here that has so it just has all of the fragrances. Those aren't all of her fragrances, but that's basically the Hedonist, the first 4 Hedonist, and then the Eau de Hongrie, which, how cute is that bottle? But anyways, yeah, this has got basically all the notes, so I'm going to leave that out. And then this is your little travel set. These are gorgeous, really heavy glass bottles. One of mine leaked pretty heavily. I just sprayed myself. Okay, so there's the bottles, and then it comes with the cap separately. So I'm going to go ahead and get these all unpacked and try to do it without spraying them. And I'll show you the one that came. I was just glad that it wasn't my Hedonist. Had it been my Hedonist that came leaking, then I probably would have sent this back. But I wasn't too, even though this is pretty expensive for 3 travel sizes. It was $165, I think, for the 3, but it was totally worth it because I love all of these. But okay, so we'll start with the first one. The first one it comes with is called Hedonist Iris, and this is a stunning, stunning iris fragrance, and I love the crystals that she puts in her bottle. They're so pretty, and they're shaped like diamonds. So okay, Hedonist Iris is stunning. It's nothing groundbreaking, but it's an iris that is not powdery. It's a beautiful, soft, clean iris. It's so, so good. This is going to smell like clean skin. Just a beautiful, soft, clean skin type fragrance. So Hedonist Iris is bergamot, pink pepper, black currant, iris, cedarwood, cocoa, labdanum, and musk. It's stunning. It's so beautiful. I love it. I'm glad to have it in my collection. I had tested this one before, and this does not have the best performance, so it doesn't hang around for too terribly long, but this is going to be one of those fragrances that I spray on when I get out of the shower and I'm just hanging around in my pajamas all day, because I will feel like a queen in my pajamas, if that makes any sense. So anyways, that is Viktoria Minya Hedonist Iris. And then the star of the show, I love this fragrance. When I put a pretty good dent in this one, I'll go ahead and pick up a full bottle of this as well. This is Hedonist, just the original Hedonist. And like I say, I got this fragrance. It's been probably a couple years ago. I got a sample of it with one of my Lucky Scent orders. Like with one of my very first Lucky Scent orders that I ever placed, I received a sample of this, and I have been in love with this ever since. This was one of the first times that I was like, okay, this was one of the first perfumes that made me feel like niche perfumes were really something special, and that there are a lot of them out there that are really worth the money. I know that sounds horrible, but this was the first perfume that really made me feel like it would be money well spent. Like, a perfume this expensive is absolutely worth it. So anyways, yeah, basically this was one of my first experiences with a niche fragrance that I fell head over heels in love with, and that I knew I wasn't going to find anywhere else. So, okay, so Hedonist is rum, bergamot, peach, osmanthus, honey, jasmine, orange flower, tobacco, vanilla, cedarwood, and vetiver. And it is a stunner of a fragrance. It will project pretty good for the first couple hours or first few hours, and then it does wear slightly close to the skin, but it is a fragrance that will hang around forever. I can wear this to work and I will still smell it on me 11 hours later. It's just beautiful. It's sweet and yummy. It's kind of got that honey vibe going on. It reminds me a lot of the Eau de Hongrie, but oh gosh, it's just so, so beautiful. It's just such a stunning fragrance. Like, if you guys have not smelled this yet and you're into kind of sweet, gourmand, yummy type fragrances, definitely pick up a sample of this from Lucky Scent. It's so, so worth every cent, and I will be getting another big full bottle of that at some point. And even the full bottle is like I think it's $165 for a whole bottle, which isn't that horrible. There's also a Hedonist Absolute that I will probably pick that one up as well. They're very similar, but the Hedonist Absolute, I think it's got a little bit more tobacco in it, and there are some slight differences. They're different enough that I feel like I need both of them. So anyways, and the last one that comes in the set is Viktoria Minya Hedonist Iris, and this has got the beautiful purple crystals in it. And this is the one that leaked. You can see they all came, well, I've used the Hedonist a few times, but they all came fairly full to the top. So you can see just how much of that one leaked out. I was really, really sad, but again, it wasn't enough for me to like, you know, want to return my whole set. So Hedonist, this is Hedonist Cassis. I'm sorry if I hadn't said yet. And this is gorgeous. And this takes me on a stroll through the past. If any of you remember, like if any of you are around my age or even older and remember the fragrance from the Body Shop, they used to have it in a spray form as well as an oil form. But it was a fragrance from the Body Shop called Dewberry. And it was, I remember it like around 1993, 94, 95, like those years. Oh my gosh. Well, this is the closest thing I've ever smelled to Dewberry. It's just a gorgeous, yummy, kind of, not yummy, it's not like gourmand or anything, but it's just a beautiful, fresh, crisp, kind of a berry-like scent. So Hedonist Cassis is blackcurrant, grapefruit, rhubarb, rose, fresh cut grass, cedarwood, and musk. It's stunning. It's beautiful. It's sharp. It's crisp. It reminds me of spring. It's like fresh berries. And again, it reminds me so much of Dewberry. So I hope that I took some of you on a stroll through the past too, if you remember Dewberry from the Body Shop. So anyways, that is Cassis. So that was my Valentine's gift to myself. Okay, and then my husband's gift to me, which was what I asked for, was this. This is a Nobile 1942. They've got, last I looked, they had 3 different sets, or 3 different sets like this. So you just open the sides of the box up like this, and okay, and then here are your fragrances. So these are, so I've had one that I think is like it's called Bonbons, and I think it's kind of like a caramel, like a set based on caramel, I think. These 3 fragrances, I don't feel like I'm like articulating myself at all. I'm having one of those like scrambled brain moments, so I hope you guys can hang with me. But this set is based on rose. So these are 3 different kinds of rose fragrances, and look how cute these bottles are. I'll show them to you guys up close when I get to each one. But yeah, there's a caramel set, I believe a chocolate set, and then there's this rose set. And I've had the caramel set on my wish list because these are really inexpensive. I mean, fairly inexpensive. You get 3 30ml bottles for $90. So they're basically $30 a piece, which to me is quite inexpensive, especially for a niche fragrance. But yeah, I have had the caramel set on my wish list forever. I just had never picked it up. But then I saw that they had rose, and I, of course, had to have the rose. So when I saw that they had one that was like rose centered, I knew I had to have it. So these are called Rosa Incantevole. I think I'm probably not saying that correctly, but they're numbered 1, 2, and 3. And these bottles are so cute. They're really, really pretty. So you've got two that are kind of the same. They're just numbered differently. And then one is kind of like a little bit more special and dressed up, which I'll show that one to you guys too. So Rosa Incantevole 1 this one is called Julie Coeur, I think. And this is strawberry, melon, bergamot, orange, tangerine, jasmine, lily, rose, and white musk. And this is really beautiful. It's nothing special. This is one of those, it's like a niche fragrance, but you could probably find other fragrances that smell like it, even though I do have over 30 rose fragrances in my collection at this point, and I don't have any that smell like this, so I am very happy with it. It's beautiful. You can smell the strawberry and the melon and the rose. It's a beautiful, crisp, light, fruity rose fragrance. It's sweet. It's super happy, fun. It's going to be lovely in spring and summer, though it could be worn any time of year. It's just really, really nice. So that is the Rosa Incantevole 1. And then the second one is Rosa Incantevole 2. And this one comes a little bit more dressed up with this really cute pink ribbon around the neck and this cute little blue like bead thing on it. Super cute. This is my favorite of the three, which is funny because it's like the fanciest one, but this one is like the most gourmand of the three. So this one is Vanille, and it's apple, bergamot, cedar, cinnamon, rose, cocoa, vanilla, and white musk. And this one I wore to work the other day, and it lasted all day long. It smells like a lemon eclair or something. It's a creamy lemon fragrance, or like a lemon donut or something. But it's just a beautiful citrusy, really creamy, heavy vanilla, citrusy type fragrance. It's almost got like a white chocolate vibe to it. It's just really beautiful. So that is Rosa Incantevole 2. And then we've got Rosa Incantevole 3, and this is another just kind of, this is the other of the two more plain bottles, which it's still definitely not plain. So there we go. Okay. And this one is Rosewood, Lily, Iris, Jasmine, Rose, Sandalwood, Vanilla, and Benzoin. This one, the Rosewood is really, really strong in it. So it's like a slightly sweet, crisp, light, but very woody rose fragrance. And this one I didn't know how I felt about it at first, but now that I know that it's got a ton of rosewood in it, I understand it better, and so now I really do like it. It's a really beautiful, fresh, woody rose fragrance. This one is quite unique. I really don't have anything like any of them in my collection, so I'm really happy to have added these to my rose collection. They're really, really nice. So anyways, guys, that is my little niche haul. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.